Hello everybody, how's it going? It's around 9:30 p.m. right now, but I wanted to talk about 7 new fragrances that I tried from this brand. I was going through samples and I just got off FaceTime with Gabrielle and she was watching me do a bunch of first impressions. So I smell like a lot of fragrance right now. But yeah, this is a niche brand that I am trying and testing and trying to find what I like. And I'm going to be totally straight up with you on my opinions with these. All right. So we're going to start with Monarch. And they don't have the names of the fragrances on the samples. They have numbers that, oh, this one says 19, but numbers that are basically at the bottom of the cards. And then on the card is the name of the fragrance. So 19 is Monarch. And this scent, I have my notes because I tried like a bunch of them. This is a pepper, juniper, lemon fragrance. So it's very fresh in the opening. And to be totally honest with you, even though this fragrance has woody notes that I'm a fan of, it's got musk here, it has moss, there's also jasmine, there's that nice floral in it. It's a good scent, but it's a bit too mature for my liking. In the opening, I liked it better than how it's dried down so far. If I were to wear this fragrance, it would be something I'd throw on maybe in my mid-30s, in my 40s. I kind of have a similar vibe with Monarch as I do with, I believe it's a Raja fragrance. Yes, it's called Burlington 1819. That fragrance, I liked it, but I felt like it didn't really suit me right now, you know? So a nice bougie-ish type of fragrance, but not my cup of tea. All right, so Monarch. The next one I tried is called it's like Narcosis. Yeah, I'll put a discount link for these in the description in case you guys are interested in it. But this is an interesting fragrance because it's strong with the coffee in the opening, but it's competing with some sweet fruits. Like it was coffee, mango, and peach. That is what I smelled with this scent. And honestly, each of those notes individually are lovable to me. But all together, I think the coffee was really throwing it off. And Gabrielle made the perfect comment where she said it kind of smells like incomplete breakfast. And I couldn't agree more. It was a bit chaotic, to be totally honest with you. I liked the notes individually, but when they were coming together, they were clashing a bit too much for my liking. So this was something, the more I smelled it, the less I liked it. In the opening with the coffee, I was drawn in. And then when I smelled that mango, I love the smell of ripe mango. But it was just a bit too out of balance for me. Not a fragrance I personally would like to wear again. The name of it is Narcosis. Narcosis. That's the name of the fragrance. All right. And we are speeding through these ones. I know typically when I do first impressions with you all, like you watch me spray the fragrance, but trust me, I have them all on me right now. And I had to, some of it is, well, not some of it, they're all over my skin right now. Okay. Next is a scent called Fresh Orient. This is number 9. And this one is my favorite feminine fragrance. All right. So this is actually something that Gabrielle, all of these were something that she was like, oh, these seem interesting to me. But when I smelled this, it's just this very fresh, I think it's also a lemony fragrance as well, but actually more of like a grapefruit sort of scent. But it reminded me a little bit of mandarin from Precious Liquid. It doesn't smell exactly the same, but it gives off a similar vibe. And what I mean by that is this is the type of fragrance you want to throw on right after a shower. It went like right after you you shower yourself, you feel really good. You throw on a nice, easygoing fragrance that isn't going to offend anybody. It's something that's going to kind of boost your mood. There's something about it that makes you happy. You know, it kind of brings out like that positivity. So I do like the smell of this fragrance. This has been my favorite one so far. If you watched my previous video, I talked about Rose Morocco, I believe. And I liked the opening. The dry down unfortunately got a bit too mature for me. So that one was a pass. But so far, I am loving Fresh Orient. Let me just see more of the notes here. Yeah, bergamot, grapefruit. It's got some florals like magnolia, lily. There's cashmere, vetiver, and amber. But to be honest, I have yet to smell the amber really come into play. This is more of a fresh fragrance on my skin. So that is a love. All right. The next scent here is called Boys et Cure. Boys et Cure. Boys et Cure. Yeah, okay. So this fragrance right here is, I instantly knew the second I smelled it, the scenario that it smells like. All right. So if you've ever been to a bar, or if you've heard the cliche where you have a friend that goes to the bar, maybe you're this person and the bartender's like, what would you like to drink? And you're like, I don't know, something sweet. Like, that is what this smells like. You know, it smells like an iced alcoholic sweet beverage that bartenders would whip up just to be like, to shut that person up and be like, all right, fine, drink this. You know what I mean? Something as likable as a strawberry daiquiri. If you're somebody that wants to know what the notes are, on the top it says ivy and sage, and in the middle it's got cedarwood, patchouli, amber, and then in the base you got oud and leather. To be real with you, so far I haven't really smelled oud. I haven't really smelled leather. It was very much that sweet, alcoholic, iced beverage smell that I was getting. Now, I will say it hasn't been 8 hours since I've tried these. It's probably been like, what, 30, 45 minutes, you know? So if it transitions further past this, I'm definitely going to be letting y'all know. But it's remaining a bit the same on my skin right now. So this, like, I get it, and I find it to be somewhat of a safe fragrance, but I'm not in love with it. So far, everything that I've mentioned to y'all, I'm not really in love with. Except Fresh Orient, that I would love to smell on Gabrielle. But for myself, nothing here is like hitting my sweet spot where I'm like, damn, I need a full bottle of that thing ASAP. You know what I mean? All right. The next one I was super interested in because of the name. It's Carat Gold. And if y'all have been watching my channel, you know how much I love gold jewelry as well. I just made a video on some gold jewelry earlier today, but I was super excited just because of the name of it. I smelled it blind, and no joke, once I put my nose to, and I remember it's the one right here. It's right here. It smells like pancit up close. All right, that was my first impression of it. If you're Filipino, you know what pancit is. It is probably the most popular food, like Filipino food, to tourists or to non-Filipinos. When they hear pancit, they hear lumpia. They're like, oh yeah, that's Filipino food, right? It's the noodle. But no lie, it smelled like the pancit with some black pepper. I was like, there is no way, because I've never smelled something like this before. Now, is it something that was memorable to me? Absolutely, because pancit is a very distinct smell for me. But is it something I want to smell like? No, but I love the smell of pancit? Hell yeah, you know? I know that sounds kind of confusing, but it's like when you think of your favorite meal, like, do you want to smell like jerk chicken wings all the time? Probably not, but do you love jerk chicken wings? Hell yeah, you do. So, Carat Gold just stuck out to me in that sort of way. But it smelled like that up close, and I will tell you the notes: juniper and pink pepper on the top. And the pepper here, the pink pepper, that is what I was getting with like the pancit with. It smelled like black pepper, to be honest. And then there's iris and vetiver in the middle, and the base, sandalwood, musk. But dude, my eyes went wide, and I was like geeking out about it to Gabrielle, and she's like, do you really want to smell like that? I said no, but damn, like that shit, I've never have I smelled something that smelled like pancit before. All right, the next one I feel is something that a lot of you are going to enjoy. This one is called Amber Elixir, and it smells off the top. It has that rum, dried fruit type of smell. And if you are a fan of Killian's Straight to Heaven, then this is going to be your juice. I think that there's similarities between them. And of course, everyone's going to have their preference. But if you're someone that really loves that lane, if that's your direction, if that's your sweet spot, then so far out of like the 10 to 11 fragrances I've tried from this brand, this is going to be the one that you will enjoy, just because it has that like mysterious sort of like a dark smell to it, you know, that has just been proven to be likable to people that enjoy niche fragrances. And I do think that this has the ability to also be attention grabbing when you're wearing it in a public space. Like if you go to, I don't know, a gala wearing this scent, I think it has the ability to be attractive in that way. But for me, this scent still doesn't hit right. It's not, but again, I'm not the biggest fan of Straight to Heaven as well. Like that, I know so many people love it and it's a Killian superstar, but for me it was a pass because it smelled like the dried fruit board. I wasn't really with that. But this one, yeah, I that was instantly the connection that I made when I smelled it. If you want to know the notes, rum, dried fruit in the opening. In the middle, you got amber, labdanum, cashmere, in the base, tonka bean, and musk. And I think another reason why I wasn't too crazy about this scent, and this is something that I've observed about myself, is I am not the biggest fan of tonka bean. Whereas I know some people go like nuts with the smell of tonka bean. They can't get enough of it. It's just super addictive for them. But for me, it's never been something to write home about, you know? I've never smelled tonka bean in a scent and I was like, oh yeah, like this is something I want to wear all the time. This is the sexiest thing ever. Never really got that reaction from me. But for a lot of you, I think out of everything I've mentioned so far, Fresh Orient and Amber Elixir, something that y'all would enjoy for sure. And by the way, Fresh Orient, very unisex. Both of them are very unisex fragrances. The Fresh Orient is, of course, lighter, something you would wear if you just want it to be more likable. Amber Elixir, something you want to wear when you want to channel like your dark alter ego, you know, the mysterious alter ego. And the last one I'm going to talk to you about is called Paradox, all right? And this fragrance it's kind of like a green scent and it's floral at the same time. But I will say, the closer I got, my nose got to smelling this fragrance, it kind of smelled a bit medicinal and cool at the same time. It was like this cooling medicinal green scent. So to me, again, not something that I'm really wild about. And for the notes of it, it says on top, it says green, fruity, spicy. I did get a bit of spice with this fragrance. And then in the middle, there's jasmine, rose, pepper. In the base, sandalwood, vetiver, labdanum, and vanilla. But I'm assuming the green comes also from the vetiver because it has a little bit of this maturity to it. But if you've been subscribed to my channel, then you know as well that green fragrances aren't, green fragrances really aren't something that rev my engines. You know, I think the one green scent that really surprised me that I loved was Green Irish Tweed. And before all of you roll your eyes, it smells damn good, okay? It is a delicious, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's a freaking good fragrance. I love that thing so much. But Paradox, you got the white florals, the green, the medicinal sort of vibe. I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling it, all right? But I plan to work through this Toblerone box so I want to find something that I like. So far, like I said, I've tried 10, 11 of these scents, and only one of them I like, but not on myself. So I'm always going to keep it honest with y'all. I'll keep the discount link in the description if you want to check out the brand Vertus. But yeah, that's what I got for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've tried anything from this brand that I haven't mentioned yet. And if you like it or you think I'm going to like it, let me know in the comments so I can go and try it, because I want to find another scent from a new niche brand, you know? So I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.